Hey guys, Justin with Ready Business Systems, and I wanted to show you our end of season winter task checklist because we use it and it's very helpful. So I thought I would share it with you guys to see if you find it helpful. So what we have here is we have a spreadsheet, which is our recurring tasks, which need to be done on daily, weekly, monthly, winter, and then we also have the H2B checklist, our employee termination checklist as required. We have credit card compromised. So we have all sorts of checklists here. And keeping it in Excel makes it really easy to reassign tasks and also to link to tasks. It's very basic, but it works. We've actually moved over the business ready business systems. We have the same checklist in Trello, and we're working on transitioning this whole checklist over to Trello, so we have a better way, a better system in tracking these things and making sure they're done with deadlines and things like that. But I'll brief through some items here. So we have an end of season checklist because there's just so many things to be done in a business. You can't possibly remember everything. You need it written down. And here we're able to easily assign it to employees, change the assignments. We're able to put a description of the task and also links to relevant documents or Loom videos. And we're also able to put the date to ensure it was done. In this instance, we just add some quick notes in here when Steve and I briefed through this checklist. So we have our Trello board that we run the whole company off of. It's kind of more project-based tasks, so we review that, prioritize. So throughout the year during our weekly meetings, we'll instead of getting distracted on some sort of project, we'll kind of dog ear it for later, and we'll throw it on our Trello project list. And at the end of the year, we go through that list and we try to decide what's a priority and what's not, and what we want to focus on this year and what we want to skip for this year. So we go through the Trello board. We turn off our advertising. In this case, we're just, it says turn off, but we're kind of fine tuning it. We're going to adjust it, obviously. We adjust it every season. We're going to either turn it down or adjust the targeting. So we kind of have notes in here on what we're going to change. This winter, we already went through this. We're going to be turning on our packages ad for the winter just to stay top of mind for our clients to sign up for the following season. Then we have our admin went in here and she color coded everything for us and grouped it together for who's responsible. So Steve's going to be getting phones and keys from the employees, making sure the office is cleaning the trucks and trailers, inventorying. We have our inventory list here. Everything should be in the truck, making sure everyone has what they're supposed to have, which we also do monthly, by the way. We also have trucks inventoried, same thing. Our shipping containers organized, fertilizer seed, just getting everything squared away at the end of the year so we can start off on a clean slate next season. Dump bodies up on all the trucks. Mark is our mechanic, so he's making sure the dry storage area is organized, clean the garage. This is all like cleaning items, removing the vacuums from the trucks, changing the lock combinations. So we keep these all in a spreadsheet, and we change them to make sure that like old employees can't get into the trucks. And this is also done on a monthly basis as well, just to make sure that as we cycle through employees, they don't know our lock combinations. We suspend our unused cellular lines that are used by our employees. We're not paying for those. This is about like reducing costs. Suspending our users and our CRM, so we're not paying for those. Checking the dispatch board for missed billing, deactivating employees, suspending the porta potty or turning down the frequency because we're not going to need that as much. Same thing with the dumpster. Updating our pay rates and Indeed. So we found this is all stuff we kind of run across. So like as we update our pay rates for the year, which we do on our operating worksheet, then we also need to update our Indeed ads because we found those out of sync, right? We've got to make sure we're advertising what we're actually paying. And if we don't have checklists like this is something that's so easy to forget about. Then we have, so this is stuff that's done by, December 31st, so clear deadline. And then we start kind of our winter mode where we're kind of working on the business for the next season. We're going to review our goals, review our waste log. So we have on our operating worksheet, we have a log. Our admin keeps a log and everything that we wasted time on this year. For example, someone had to return the shop because they didn't have a blower. And we're going to analyze what happened with that problem. Maybe the trailer wasn't inventoried, how we can fix that. So we're going to go through that and try to optimize every single year. We have to revise the employee handbook, any new policies we're going to create. Review our growth chart. This is showing each position and the different pay rates and different responsibilities. Updating any automations. Copy our operating worksheet, which we do have. I'll put in the link below. Our free pricing worksheet. We have that's what we operate the business off of, and we set our budget on. So that's super important. Clockify reports in GPT, so we use Clockify to track our time. And what I've been doing lately is I require everyone to put in details of exactly what they're working on in Clockify, and you can throw that into ChatGPT, and the AI will kind of tell us, how they're spending their time. We can ask questions and really analyze how people are spending their time, so we can optimize that as well. Asset list with the accountant. Sometimes we sell stuff, and just to stay in sync, got to make sure that we found years where we're still depreciating things that we don't own anymore, so we got to get that cleaned up. Putting the budget in QuickBooks so we can get that on a recurring email so we can see where we stand, actual versus budget. We're going to review packages, season welcome letter for next year, document templates, service descriptions. If we've changed the way we're doing work, we got to make sure it lines up on estimates. Key sets, make sure we're not missing any keys, if so we're going to replace them. Training agendas, we've got to update. Destination company form. We have a form from a consultant that kind of keeps us on track. We want to make sure our destination company, the company people want to work. So we kind of analyze ourselves every year and rate that 1 to 5. Review our marketing outline. We have a set marketing outline that we can send to anyone who's handling their AdWords or Facebook. We do that in the winter. That way we're not, it's the same thing every year. We don't need to be reinventing the wheel. Everyone knows what we're marketing, what time of the year. The mechanic here is going to winterize all the equipment. We keep labels on all the equipment of the oil type, oil quantity, make sure that didn't slip by. It just makes things a lot easier. Instead of having to look it up every time, we know exactly how much oil these machines take. We got to make sure that our equipment list, our digital equipment list, matches our real world equipment list. Organizing our drive, our Google Drive, we store files. We did get different quotes from different landscaping companies so we can analyze our pricing and make sure we're competitive. Reviewing, updating the website. This is another thing that has to be updated, like with the Indeed ads. As we change our services, our packages, we need to make sure the website matches, because otherwise people say, hey, I saw this on the website and it doesn't match like the quote. So that needs to be kept up to date. 1099 and W-2s, obviously. Canceling old clients. That way they get sent down the proper marketing channel for former clients versus active clients versus leads. Reviewing our waiting list, cleaning up, running off bad debt accounts that we didn't collect on. Clearing out old bill pay vendors. This is all like housekeeping again. We pre-order our uniforms for the year, our yard signs, and our door hangers. That way we don't have to be like, oh, we're at a door hangers come August, and then we got to do a rush shipping order. We're just trying to make things. This is all preparation. We know these things are going to have to happen throughout the year, so we'd much rather be prepared and have them done when we're not busy. That way during the season we're not pulling our hair out with all this crazy stuff. PCI compliance for credit card processing. If you don't do this, you're going to get fees. You're going to get higher fees in your account. Make sure that's done. Updating job notes in the accounts. Audit client pricing. We do this every year. Increase pricing according to our new budget. And honestly, if you're not increasing pricing, you're leaving money on the table. It's the easiest way to increase your profit. If you're doing a good job, I found that you raise people's prices 20%, you're only going to lose like a couple customers. It's always worth it. I've done it probably 6 times now, maybe more. And we always lose like 1 or 2 clients. We always end up ahead. So definitely raise your prices every year. Update app materials prices. So we got to update our job supplies because we don't want to be undercharging for that. We've had years where we're charging under what it costs us for job supplies. We find that out later. We don't want to find that out later. We're going to find that out ahead of time. Reference list. We got a reference list of all of our customers that we provide on our website and to provide during sales. We print them up, put them in our sales binder. Handbook quiz. So we have the handbook. We have the guys have to complete a quiz so they actually read it. So we generate quizzes off the handbook. We use the AI for this. We used to do it manually. AI is great. Saves a lot of time. Job fairs, home show. So we sign up for those things. Company information. So we have a spreadsheet with our federal ID number, account numbers, anything that we need to reference, our insurance policy numbers. So we update that every year. So it's all in one place. Everyone has access to that. Rate matrices for pricing in our jobs. Make sure those line up with the new pricing for the year. We got to get our labor rates for our budget as well. Update the bylaws on the website. Same thing. Old employees, we don't want them on the website. Schedule drivers tests, etc. The last section here is our season startup. So kind of the first section is kind of shutting down for the year. The next section is kind of getting ready for the year, and this section is for getting ready to start up for the year. So we want this completed. I'm going to adjust this date. We start earlier these days, so We probably want this done by like March 1st at the latest. That's probably too late, but I've got to make some time to get that done. So I'm going to turn the AdWords back on. This is kind of like the opposite of the shutdown checklist. Anything we turned off, we got to make sure that the dumpsters go again. We got to make sure that our employees are active. We got to make sure that we have our truck and oil filters in stock to make sure we're not, we have those on hand. We need to change oil, turn the porta potty back on. Anything we shut down, we're going to reverse out and restart again for the season. Make sure we don't forget to restart it. So that's our checklist. Hope you found it helpful. Like I said, I'll put a link to our pricing worksheet in the bottom. And don't forget to join our Facebook group. We have Start and Grow Your Landscaping Company, and we're building that for this winter. So yeah, check it out. We'll have some good content in there, and we're here to help you. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time.